I also can't hear Welby, but that's also because he's muted in Zoom, so who knows? Yeah, we got audio. I'm just gonna start over. Welcome. Tech issues. You know, we're a professional stream. Par for the course. This part of all of it. It's not a stream if you don't have problems. We're gonna quickly go around and let people tell you who they're playing. We're playing in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Very loosely based on Uncaged modules and some other stuff I find laying around and that lives in my brain. I'm just gonna start with Swapper.
Hello, I'm Swapper, and I'm playing Kai, who is currently an elk.
Yes, Duke Elkington III, I believe. Von Elkington III? Is there a Von in there somewhere? Never mind.
Yes, there's
Lady
a Von in there.
Dame.
Hi, I'm Lady Dame. I play Pris, the sweetest tiefling librarian, enjoyer of delightful romance novels.
Call them what they are.
They're not smut, they're romance novels. There's a difference.
Graham.
Why, hello there. My name is Graham, and I am playing Samander, the half-elf cleric of the sun. Thing.
Wonderful. Definitely not a wizard. And Wild.
Yes, hello. I am Wild, and I am playing Welby, the halfling warlock who apparently now has some of their memories back.
You're a little quiet for me, and once that is wonderfully fixed, now that Welby has his memories back, I do believe you got voluntold to do the recap this week.
Okay. Yes. So last week, in preparing to try and get this dragon out of town, Ava had cast a restore spell on Welby, returning all the memories they had lost. When confronting the dragon, it was found out that the dragon, well, yes, they were in league with Tiamat. They just wanted more power for themselves and demanded magical items. And the whole group donated some of theirs. Pris donated a crown of hers. Welby reluctantly donated the gift the cursed knife for Swapper, and the cursed loot for Priss, and as well as his wonderful bowl of mushrooms. So sad. Once this had happened, and after a cow had fallen on one of the villagers, the dragon had left, but in the process summoned 3 elementals to tear down the village, in which we all had to go out and fight. In the process, Swappa faced one by Kai faced one by themselves, mostly with the help of their summoned wolves. Sam had fallen after facing off one of the elementals while trying to strike it and failing, unfortunately. Falling to the fire and asking the villagers' help to put him out of fire. Welby and Priss had helped rescue Ava from one of the attacking elementals, and in the process, Ava managed to restore her health and her powers and help stop the avalanche from destroying the town from the aid of the talismans that had been destroyed, and everyone having to pray for Ava, as well as the items that were placed in the temple that had now been reopened. And I think that's where we left off.
I think so too. I believe I ended the session with describing how Kavia was saved. So, I believe Welby and Priss are near the gate still, halfway back on summoned wolves. Whereas Sam is draped over an elk who is not so secretly, who's technically Kai.
Yes, the elk has no little hat and just looks very inconspicuous.
Oh, definitely. Incognito elk. What do you do?
I'm just gonna lay there. Sam's not looking too hot.
Okay,
No.
can I give like the opposite of inspiration for terrible
You
puns?
have my... well...
Priss
Fuck
was
words.
going to like
Alright.
help, but after that, I'm not sure. No,
Yeah,
I think
I could cast healing spells, but I have to change form, and honestly I was going to, but no.
but like
That's cool.
nah.
That's cool.
Um,
That's fine.
No, I think Priss on the courtesy like ride back riding back on the wolf, coming back to Sam and Kai would probably have I'm going to guess that I see Kai sort of, or not Kai, but Sam looking.
So you see Duke von Elkington III with a rather floppy-looking Sam on top. And by floppy-looking, I mean his body positioning is very floppy. He's very crisp around the edges.
Oh, goodness. Sam! What happened? I
Got
thought...
burned.
Oh, Sam, I'm so sorry. I should have stayed with you. Hold on,
It's
let me
okay.
see.
I will get closer to Priss and kind of nudge Sam into her direction.
Sam's not gonna move. Sam is just gonna like lay flopped.
I will... Priss, I will reach out and touch Sam's hair. Just, like, sort of gently ruffle it and cast... We'll do Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Hey, somebody had
Yes,
cure wounds prepared.
I did! I just...
The 2 healers hadn't.
Hey, I had it prepared. I just had to use Guiding Bolt instead.
Right. Well, look, I had it prepared, but I thought that Sam was going to be fine when I left because the fire elemental was nearly dead.
We just had
I was
not
feeling-
factored in a nat 20 and another hit on top of it.
No.
I
That's
was
what we
feeling
didn't
guilty
factor
because
in.
I only had healing word prepared because I thought we all had accidentally just prepared healing word, but turns out you both had cure wounds.
I had cure wounds.
I had both.
That's 17 points, 17 heals, 17 points of healing for you.
That is 100. No, that's 1,700% higher than what Sam had. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
how math works.
Yeah.
But sure, whatever makes you feel better, yo.
Does any of us know how math works?
No,
It's a mystery. It's like magnets.
I'm a theater
Ugh.
person. No.
It's like the tides, you know? You can't explain it.
Yeah. So as I regain some of my composure, I think like the flush comes to Sam's cheeks. You know, that charred skin begins to kind of turn less red, like a burn, and more of his usual complexion. Still no eyebrows, because I think I need a regrow spell for that.
I think most of you are currently eyebrowless.
Sure,
Except
Chris never
maybe
had
Pris.
eyebrows.
Well, let's say
fire resistant.
Pris is fire resistant. She's golden. The rest of you are barbecue.
Oh. That could have gone better. I think. But Eva got her village restored. Everything's okay, I guess. Where did Welby go? Wait, I know this. I saw Welby. Welby ran off to do something. Oh gosh, I feel really tired.
I mean, all in all, I think it's gone quite well for the fact that we nearly confronted a dragon. Or, I mean, the dragon confronted us. We didn't do it on purpose. I mean, we kind of did, but we didn't.
We definitely didn't face a dragon, so that could have definitely been worse. And you're still an elf.
I mean, we did face a dragon. We just didn't face the dragon.
We faced the dragon. We didn't fight the dragon.
Yeah, there were plenty of phases involved, no fighting. I mean, technically the dragons did stab me, but I was not qualified.
I mean, on the bright side, at least the village is safe.
You
I
did
look
it.
around. Is the village safe? I was in the temple the entire fight.
Eva murders everybody.
Revenge, you cast me aside. No. Eva's very busy currently refreezing things that were unfrozen by a certain red dragon. So she's dealing with the hot springs that are supposed to be permafrost. It looks like it's going to take a while, but judging by the state of the village when you arrived, it needs a doing. The one person who is there's a lot of townsfolk carrying buckets of water to douse flames because, you know, there were fire elementals running around, and since the permafrost was partly gone, most of the town was fairly flammable. You do see Ursula dragging stuff out of the Tiamat temple into Eva's temple, basically. Just a lot of muttering under her breath, going, I'm getting too old for this, but this is going back where it belongs.
I just want to make one thing clear. The villagers are going to come on and still be pissed at Eva. Somebody else is dealing with that, not me. Because I'll just yell at them.
Said the elk.
I mean, that's absolutely fair.
That's a good point.
I don't know about any of you, but I could use a nap.
Fucking hell, yes.
Or maybe a week of sleeping.
I suppose I could find Ursula and talk to her and see what she wants. I mean, it's her village. I don't feel like I don't know how much anybody's going to listen to us because we're a bunch of interlopers and things, but
I think we also just saved the village, so...
that's true, we did.
I mean, Eva did, but you know, I don't think Eva would
Well,
have
yeah.
been able to if the elementals didn't.
I
What the
mean,
fuck's an
I
elemental?
saved.
I mean, fire spirit thing is.
Yeah, I mean, I saved one person.
You did.
A cow got dropped on them, and then I saved them, and then I saved them from the fire elemental. And then they saved me from burning. Is Murdoch still hiding underneath the trapdoor?
No,
Murdoch.
Murdoch is one of the people who is up and out and destroying the rest of the wards that
Oh,
are being taken down by the townspeople.
well, that's good. Maybe it means that they are back on Eva's side. I mean, Murdoch can see that what happened. Murdoch had a first-hand view of everything that went wrong, so
Including the cow.
including the cow.
Yeah, the cow
makes
is
me-
That cow.
currently eating someone's vegetable garden.
Well,
Oh,
at least they have a
movement.
cow now. That's good, I suppose.
True.
That's actually pretty good.
I mean, it
mean,
might
I
get
didn't
frostbite and die next week, but you know.
I'm really
But then
concerned,
they
not
have
retroactively
beef.
concerned that these mushrooms can affect other people than the person eating them.
I mean, I ate one. Once.
I definitely ate one.
Did you?
That's how I got my flute. It was very nice.
I just felt really nice afterwards.
I got a flute. It's a beautiful flute. It sounds really nice. I don't play it that often but it's a nice flute.
I mean, we do also have to ask Eva if she can clear the way through the pass so that we can get going on our
Right.
goal to get Kai.
Yes. That's why we were
kind of
here in
space?
the first place. Well, we
Yes,
weren't
this
here
was
in the
on the
first place,
way.
but that's this was like a small detour. We should probably get
Yeah. What was that?
Going.
Second or third one? Honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. Can we
I
just get
sort of
some
is.
sleep?
yeah.
We should probably look for Welby.
Oh, that's fine.
Welby,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Welby's probably in the middle of town in front of the temple, just.
Which
staring-
temple? Eva's temple or Tiamat's temple?
Eva's temple.
Check.
After rolling themselves out because they were on fire and screaming to the town to pray if only Eva were there. And so now they're just laying down, contemplating.
All right. Welby's already having a moment. Is everyone else going to bed? Where?
The inn?
This place doesn't have an inn.
Oh. The floor of Ursula's house, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. You can all crash at Ursula's. She has one spare bed, and everyone else can figure it out.
We have
I've
camping
read this
equipment.
book.
Okay. I think with the town's current status, I don't need watches or perception checks. It's easy enough to say you all get a long rest without incident. Welby, are you falling asleep outside on the floor of the temple in the cold? She
Yes.
asked leadingly.
Is it snowing?
Yes.
They might venture into the temple.
Okay.
I was going to say if also probably at some point, either right before going to bed or in the morning, Pris would have gone to Eva's temple and taken out her flute and just played a little wintry tune. As
Very
a
nice.
don't have much in the way of gifts to offer, but a little music for Eva.
It's nice. You see Welby asleep in the temple. Ursula, on one of her trips from Tiamat's back to here, stops to put a cloak over Welby. But yeah, she's just cleaning this place up. Unless any of you have any wild plans during the nighttime. I'm happy to skip forward to after your long rests. Congratulations on your hit points.
Yay!
We're not dead.
We're not dead.
Yay! Nobody died. Technically.
I mean, for very
Technically.
long.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
Technically.
dead, that's unconscious, right? That's why you do death saves, to avoid
Mhm.
death.
Yes.
It's true.
So, not dead. The following morning.
I will change my spells and do a prayer by looking at the sunrise like usual and say, today will be a better day than yesterday.
Roll me a perception
Well, last
check.
time you said that, I think we were. Never mind.
Well, you said perception, right?
I did.
Can I use my passive?
Is it lower than your passive?
Yeah.
What's your passive?
My passive is a 14. I rolled a 9 total.
Oh, that is terrible. Sure. Let's just go with your passive. I mean, there's a reason you have a passive, right?
Yeah.
You notice while you're greeting the sun, the hot springs are completely frozen over again. It is very, very, very cold again. The pass is cleared, and a few feet away from you in a snow-covered frozen bush is a little bird. That doesn't look like it normally lives here.
Does it look like the bird that's on my robes?
It does.
Well, I will look at the bird, look at my robes, look at the bird, look at my robes.
Put two and two together.
Yeah. Good morning?
Just sort of stares at you. Fluffs its tail feathers.
I will hold out a hand for the bird to land on if it wants.
Yeah, it's chilling in a bush.
Cool. Well then I'm gonna cast Sending and send it to Rizalka.
Okay.
Hello, Rizalka, it's Sam. Last time we talked, I asked about a fae that has a bird as their symbol. Reply 25 words. That's exactly 25.
It's exactly 25. All right. Let me, because I know last time Rizalka rather tragically failed her knowledge check. Let's see if she can, dredge up any more memories for you. That was a natural 20. Archfey with bird is probably Court of the Lark. Annoying, obnoxious, prankster, will spend a decade on a joke, doesn't care how many get hurt. Exactly 25.
I'll send her again. Who is the Archfey of the Court of the Lark? What are some things that I should look out for? Thank you. Love, Sam.
Their name is Blue Tongue. They are a shapeshifter, so no clue of their normal form, will always have a blue tongue. Avoid at all costs.
Oh gosh, do I use my last 3rd level spell slot this early in the day is the real question. No, I'm going to save that for Fireball, because there's always a scenario.
There's always a reason to fireball something.
Yeah. Is the bird opening its mouth at all?
Nope.
Also, I imagine that... I don't know if sending requires verbal components. Let me take a look. Yeah, verbal, somatic, and okay. Okay, well, I'm going to just look at the bird one last time, and I'm going to go inside.
Anybody else doing anything interesting? All right.
I think Chris is good. Just preparing to take off and gathering maybe extra food for the road if, like asking Ursula if there's anybody who might have. I know this is a very poor village and that their resources have been dwindling a little bit, but as a little like, hey, we did save your village maybe a little bit and we're about to go trekking on to the next town. Do you have anything to tide us over?
Actually, Eva herself is meeting you in a less blizzardy form. She's clearly containing the ice and the cold a little more.
Amazing.
You can keep the Winter's wand that was slipped into Sam's pocket earlier. And considering that somehow the dragon left behind more gems than the village started with, you can select 1,000 GP worth of gems.
Woo!
I don't know off the top of my head how much the Revivify spell costs.
500.
Component. Okay. Would there be a diamond, I think?
Yep.
Worth 500 now?
Would there
Yeah.
happen to be a diamond worth 500 GP in that pile of gemstones?
Eva's gonna dig for you for a while, but yes, you can find one.
And then perhaps 500 and just random other gems, perhaps also. maybe.
Revivify is 300 GP.
Oh, yes.
Oh, even
That's
cheaper.
right. Resurrection is 500.
Resurrection
Yes.
is
How
500.
did you
Yeah.
make that sound so derogatory?
Me? Oh, no.
No, Anik. Oh, even cheaper.
I mean, it's a small price to pay for a life, technically.
That's, yeah. You know.
Sure.
Kitty! Sorry.
Hello.
I'm just taking the diamond thing because I found out yesterday, reading Tarsus, that I can also bring back the dead.
Yeah.
It's not that spectacular, actually.
It's amazing
more
what
like
you can
yanking
learn
them
if you
back.
read the books this game is based on.
It's
I'm sorry,
wild.
book
So much good stuff in there.
Who knew?
Who knew, right?
Would they happen? Okay, so we have the 300 for the Revivify.
Mhm.
Then did we need a 500 for something?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Not yet.
she found you a 500 GP diamond. So if you use that one for Revivify, you're overspending by 200, and oddly
Yeah.
enough, you don't get change.
Would I be able to? Would we able to use that diamond to powder it for 200 GP worth of the diamond itself?
No, because diamonds don't really go by like weight per pound.
That's
There's
fair.
clarity and shininess and
Okay.
cut.
Is there a diamond worth at least 200 GP in the pile?
No, there's actually not a lot of diamonds. Apparently, red dragons mainly focus on shit like rubies and firestones and opals.
That's
Weird.
fair. Now I'm like clicking through all my spells. I'm like, which ones have costs?
I think Welby's gonna look at Ava and just like, hey, is there anything you can do about this? You're pointing at the crown. He's like, it doesn't come off ever.
I mean, sure, but you lose the wings and the hair, and I don't know, you look kind of fetching.
No.
We can always cast Remove Curse.
I can cast that tomorrow.
And that'll destroy the whole thing.
No, it just lets you take it off. You can always put it back on.
Okay. That works.
Oh, before I forget, Welby, I think you should have this, and I will hold out the wand of ice knife.
Nice.
You gave up a lot of stuff to the dragon, and I think that out of all of us, you deserve this the most.
Thanks.
So I'll hand that over and I'll take a step back. Also, is Eva here with us? Yeah. Eva, could you help us get through the pass?
I cleared it for you last night.
Oh, that was very thoughtful of you. Thank you. Firstly, thank you. Also, what do you know? I'm going to look to make sure the bird isn't within listening distance.
Roll me another perception check.
That's a 19 plus 4, 23.
There's a suspicious-looking lark-like bird perched on the windowsill.
Wonderful. Looking at that, I am going to pull out my journal and quickly...
I'll also point out it's the same bird as is on
Welby's
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but last time Welby missed it, so I'm pointing it out specifically for Welby this time.
Okay. So I will write in my book, out of sight of the bird, and I will hold the piece of paper up so that the bird cannot see it. And it will say, "What do you know of the Court of the Lark and Blue Tongue?" Don't say it out loud. And I will hand her my writing utensil.
As she attempts to take it, her hand passes through it.
Sam, do you mind telling me what's going on?
Yeah.
I will shortly.
Oh,
I can't really write, as you
Maybe
can
it's
tell.
Yeah.
Could you write in the snow?
Try. And like just in the middle of the temple, she summons like a snow pile and shapes it into the word nothing. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wonderful. Thank you. And I will crumple up that piece of paper and light it on fire in my hands.
Eva
and then
is
just
going to
drop-
cast like make the snow rise up around your hand too. Please, I don't
Sorry.
know fire in my temple for the foreseeable future.
Don't. I can take it outside. Perfectly
Yeah, I think
understandable.
that's
Just please don't.
I've
that's
no idea what's
honestly
going on,
quite
but
fair.
that's very worrying. Look,
I know. I don't know about
Nothing.
Sam, but yeah, the fire and the I completely understand why you wouldn't want fire here. I frankly, well, yeah, that's fair. 100%. Anyway,
Yeah, the town was on fire.
oh, the same reason why
yesterday.
we went away from a tavern.
I'm sorry. A lot of you were talking at once.
I was just apologizing.
Welby was just like, yeah, the town was on fire yesterday.
Yes. And the
Noticed.
hot springs and the dragon, and I just I've had enough fire for a little bit.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I can't help you with your question, though. It means nothing to me.
That's perfectly fine. Who's ready to get going? The day is young, as they say, and
Sam,
when the day is...
Sam,
Yeah?
Sam, don't jinx it.
That... Well,
Last time you said that, we were attacked by a dragon and fire spirits.
alright, then I won't say anything at all.
I mean, that's not a solution, but
Yeah.
I mean,
And the dragon just left, so we're probably past the worst
fine.
of it.
It's not what I was going for, but hey, I guess.
Unless, Eva, you need us for anything, I think we should be getting on our way.
While you were sleeping, most of the townsfolk have stopped by to apologize. A lot of them seem to barely remember what happened. Usually after a one-on-one with Kled. I think maybe they weren't entirely acting in their own minds.
That checks
Oh.
out.
I will be far more careful with who I allow into this town in the future, though.
I mean,
You
from what I
shut
know,
everybody out. That's not a solution.
Not everybody, but maybe a few more magical wards. If
That's
I had
probably
picked
wise.
up on that head of disguise earlier.
Dragons are sneaky creatures from what I have read, so it's incredibly understandable that, I mean, why would you suspect that a dragon would come here? But yeah, it might be.
I've kept an eye out for white dragons for a very long time because this would be a really good place for one to nest, but I didn't think a red one would show up.
That's fair.
Why did it show up?
I still don't know. You had much more of a conversation with her than I ever did.
It was really one-sided. I mean, we said something, but there's conversations where you say something and it's like insert sentence here, and then somebody else goes on with the conversation. That's one of those. It was one of those.
I don't follow completely, but either way, I am grateful.
Dragons are perhaps a little not the best conversationalists, was the point. They tend to sort of have their own train of thought, and are used to a captive audience that just listens to them. And by dragons, I mean at least Kled was. I don't know if that's actually true, but that was Kled for sure.
I don't think that dragons are going to be offended.
That's fair.
They're either not offended or offended by everything. I haven't quite figured it out.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I want to never see one again. Thank you.
I'm just glad you got it to go away. Ursula mentioned something about you giving it magical items, and I really do appreciate your sacrifice. I thought the wand would help, but you gave away your own things, and I think that's very lovely.
Yeah.
We had some things to get rid of, I think.
We did. And I don't think you're going to have a problem with the dragon here at the village anymore, because I think, well, let's just say some of those items were
They were special. They were presents.
Yeah.
Special?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you want your cube back?
No, we don't.
Because I know if you gave away 4 magic items, I feel
No,
really
it's fine.
bad
We don't need the
leaving
cube.
you another one.
No, absolutely. The cube is yours. You will appreciate it far more than we ever will. It is. You can appreciate the shine on the cube.
I do find it to be a
Please.
pleasing geometrical shape.
Just don't.
And it's
polish
shiny.
it.
I'm sorry, Welby, what was that?
Just don't polish it. You're not supposed to polish it.
I'll polish it.
What? No, don't polish it.
Don't polish it. Oh, right, sorry. I'll just leave it in the cave and not in the main temple.
Yeah, it should be a nice home for it with the other stuff.
It looked very nice the way you had it, and frankly, when we're traveling the way that we are, less stuff, lighter feet, lighter bags make faster travel, or some sort of aphorism, something like that. Anyway.
Are we talking about the fact that those items are really cursed and the dragon's probably going to come back? Because I don't see why we're talking around it. It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Didn't want people to worry, I guess. It's not Eva's problem. It's ours now.
I mean...
I just don't like people to worry, so I tend to talk around terrible things.
I mean, that's all well and good, but we should probably get going, so worst case scenario, we put some distance between us and the town.
Yep.
Yes.
So that the dragon's gonna hit just us and not the town.
Yeah.
I appreciate the thought.
Yeah.
Off
So-
you go then.
We're really not good at this adventuring thing.
Oh, I don't
Hey.
know. I hired you to help me get my town back, and I got my town back. That seems fairly successful.
Mission accomplished, so they
If
say.
Welby hadn't helped me yesterday, I would never have gotten the strength back to turn away that avalanche.
Can we talk about that? Every one of us did something that was really useful, and we were proper adventuring for once in our entire lives, but we did it. I didn't think we had it in us.
We worked together too to make it happen. We all did
I
our
mean,
parts.
Yeah,
Sort
we
of.
all worked together separately to make sure it worked.
Yeah.
We did it.
No,
I don't think we were really aware of the plan or had a plan, but we did execute a plan,
I don't-
just not ours.
Plans
These are
never
what people
really
believe in
work.
gods, right?
I mean, with the harpies, our plan was climb up, stop the harpies, and then our plan adjusted to stop the evil dryad, and that worked out.
Yeah,
And the
best laid
town's-
plans
the town's safe,
never
so that's
survive the first encounter. You know
Oh.
what we should?
I was. Is this walking and talking, or are you still in Eva's temple chilling? Literally.
I think we're still something right.
Chris is like heading towards the door.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm
Alright,
assuming you
bye,
all have
Eva.
your bags packed.
I don't know if we ever really unpack the
Yeah,
bags.
I think we
you know-
arrived and went to work.
Oh, wait, we
Yeah.
unpacked our sleeping gear.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only thing. So roll that up and off we go. We didn't even have to use the tent.
Yeah, not even this time.
I
Even
didn't have to make
Welby
a
slept
spell check.
inside and avoided another level of exhaustion.
Casual.
All right. So,
Was
question to you as a group.
Yes.
Do you want to roleplay the trek to anywhere? Do you want to skip to the next town? Do you want to do a combination where you just pick a few role-playing bits and then move to the next town? I mean, I'll happily drop avalanches on you all day long.
I like the third one.
A
Yeah,
mix.
combination.
Because I know there is a conversation Sam needs to have with the group.
I'm assuming there's several conversations people need to have, and I'm happy to have those, but we can do those without the roll to set up your camp, see if you lose any toes.
Yeah.
Like, it's without the housekeeping.
Great. Love that.
Sounds
We
good.
have unlocked fast travel.
Yeah.
Yes! All
um,
right.
Thus go the tents and any purpose for buying them.
Oh, no, you're gonna need them later.
I don't like that.
But,
Yeah.
like,
Neither
you've,
do I. But
you finished a module / little arc, so I'm happy with giving you a small break.
okay, we're tasting fast travel.
Yes, you're tasting
That
fast
arc-
travel.
That's what.
Did not
high-level
take as
is.
many episodes as the last arc.
I know
That
we've
is
been 1-2
true.
episodes.
That's because the plot found us.
I was about to say,
Well,
you
also
were...
we
You were
barreled through.
I mean, there were a little fewer options to get lost because at some point the Red Dragon was going to come to you.
Yes. Still.
Still,
Which the
Plots
Red
come to
Dragon
you.
did come to us and said, we need to talk in my temple now.
we really did, though. We really did.
Which,
You were
in
being very
retrospect, was a really
bothersome.
unnecessary power move.
Yeah.
Come to
All
my
right.
home so that I can leave it.
I mean, magical items, yo. This town had nothing. Who wants to have a conversation, like right on the first few steps of the road, or while you're setting up camp?
I will
Not
say I'm
necessarily.
actively looking for animals that are following us. Or anything that is following us.
Anything that is following you. Roll me another perception check.
Okay. And Sam is being actively paranoid. Let's
I
say
assumed.
18 total.
I mean, there's not a lot of animals. There is a really, really, really big cat nearby. That seems to be
And- well, I
following
mean-
you a little bit.
You know, that's fair. Sam will approach the cat because cats love Sam because of his amulet. And Sam will hold his hand out for the cat to lick his hand.
The cat does not lick your hand. He sits a little bit away from you with the perfect planted 2 feet in front of it, the tail curled around, judging you. It doesn't necessarily want to be following you, it's almost compelled to follow you.
Well, that's real unfortunate. How is my pseudo dragon doing?
You haven't seen your pseudo dragon in a little while.
I cast sending on the pseudo dragon, and I say, "Hey, it's Sam. We are out of the village. We are this far away. We'll wait here until you catch up."
You get a message back. That's basically it's not a message with words, it's just sort of projecting into your brain. And you get this image of a half-eaten cow next to Tiamat's temple. And you get the feeling that he'll be there once he finishes the liver.
I give a thumbs up into the air because I can't respond. I'm all right, good talk.
So it takes a little bit before your pseudo-dragon shows up again, smelling a little coppery. You've mainly been feeding him fruits and vegetables and small vermin, but apparently a magic cow that comes falling out of the air is just too good to pass up.
That's fair. I'm not going to judge people's dietary habits.
It does, once it lands on your pack, leave a fairly large, kind of coppery-looking stain as well.
Man, sure would be nice to have prestidigitation.
Wouldn't it be grand?
I'll use a mage hand to swipe as much of it off as I can.
You kind of smear it around.
If only someone in the group had prestidigitation.
If only you knew someone with that spell.
But I don't know. I don't know because I don't think I've seen it used. But I will say out loud, of course I wanted blood on my backpack. That's fine. Thank you. So we should probably have a quick discussion.
Is it about what happened, what you were talking to Eva about? Because that was a little strange. I'm not.
I know who the book belongs to, and also I know who these robes belong to.
You do?
We need to be on the lookout for an individual named Blue Tongue. They are a shapeshifter, and they're from the Court of the Lark. I spit that out as fast as possible to see if I can get it out, and there's nothing preventing me from saying it.
Is that why you've been suspicious of animals? I mean, cats.
I'm just waiting on an Eek.
Hello.
What horrible fate have I unlocked?
Nothing, you're perfectly fine.
I don't trust anything.
She said it was full of murderers and tricksters that will do anything to get a laugh.
That sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Sometimes they'll wait decades for a joke.
The Blue Tongue I know was
That sounds impressive. I mean, fuck these people, but you have to admire their dedication.
You do I mean, I personally can barely hear Wild, but I think you hear Welby saying something.
So the Blue Tongue I met wasn't that bad. They seemed okay.
Welby, I know you saved us and everything, but you see the best in people, which is fucking terrible, because people are the worst. Most of the time.
I mean, I'm sure bad things happen, but I'm sure some good might come out of it.
Most of these bad things happen because people make them happen. They don't just randomly appear.
I'll keep an eye out just in case.
I don't know what I'm not sure 100% what the next town is, but I can always, if there's any place with a decent library, I could do some research on them. I don't know. I feel like I've looked up this person before in books, although I do have a new book of mythology and stuff that I picked up in the last town in Stoof.
You do. I will say in your previous books, practically nothing about the actual Fae courts is written. It's a lot of stories from when the Fae cross over to this plane. Normally, Fae are actually pretty secretive about their courts and their organizational system. So
Sure.
that's kind of new to you. Like, you would have read references to the Summer Court in Titania, whatever. But how it all works and who's beholden to who, actually the Fae probably barely understand, let alone that it would have been written out in books.
Yeah, no, I definitely figured that, like, the little bit that I knew, at least in what I've
Part
had.
of the Lark is new to you. You would have mainly known the common ones.
Sure. But in a big enough town, maybe there's something. There's always
Definitely. There you go.
There's always some historian that, like, gets way too interested in the Fae courts, and then they write things, but I never had access to those. But I can always do some research when we go somewhere. Maybe a bigger town.
How many days away travel are we from the next town?
If you want like an actual town, so something that has shops and an inn, you're actually looking at the next coastal town, which will be the first time you ever get to the ocean. Between there and where you are now, it's really just mountain passes. There's nothing that like geographically allows for a town. There's a few travelers' huts that are like unattended, where you're expected to like leave the wood after you use what you use. So the next actual town is Wavecrest, and that's provided, like I already said, there's not going to be any major problems on the road. It's a good 4 days away by the time you get out of the pass.
I tend to forget, when's the next full moon again?
Let me do the math.
It always changes plot-wise.
No, it doesn't.
It gets closer, but
there was an accidental extra full moon because an archfey was trying to fuck with you. The actual full moon.
trying, it succeeded.
The actual
that
full
archfey's name
moon
was also Eva.
is about 3 days away.
Mm-hmm. That's terrible.
That's the actual one. Not the someone paid me to corrupt your life kind of one.
Well, so if we get there, we can research your weird fate person. I mean, I've tried research with Prips before, which didn't work, but I can try again.
I mean, it's not pressing. I think the most pressing thing is getting you where you need to go.
That shoe's kind of dropped, hasn't it? We're not fast enough. We're not going to be fast enough.
What if we get horses, or...
Where the fuck do you want to get horses from?
We stop in at the town, we buy horses, we go.
Oh, isn't the town too far away? I can summon shit, but only for a few hours, and I don't think I can summon anything that can weather the cold and carry us. I mean, I could summon wolves again, but I don't want to get too standardized, I guess. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you and your thing.
I mean... After you, Pris.
Oh, I was gonna say, I just wish I could be more helpful. The Fae are tricky, and I mean, that's their whole thing, right? And you said that they like tricks and pranks and things. I don't know enough. I hate not knowing enough. It's frustrating.
What even? You made a deal. Did it ever tell you what it wanted?
No, all I said is I will do anything if someone gives me the power to bring this kid back, and they brought the kid back.
Oh shit. That's a problem then.
But for the most part, they haven't done anything, well, besides change my robe's colors and, you know,
Which is
make me
really
ask
weird.
to take them off, to take a bath, and put them back on.
What?
What?
It really wasn't a big thing. I just agreed to it, took it in stride, and then they
Sounds
haven't
like a
done
bit-
anything since.
That
Probably because I'm very boring.
is that.
I mean, they also gave, if I'm tracing the timelines right, they were also the ones who gave Welby the seeds that nearly destroyed Athenwyn. That one time.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Well, also I mean, probably the ones behind the fake full moon, right?
Probably.
Oh.
Which was a proper dick move. I mean, I heard somebody speak, and I just at this point it's not going to be another weird fake person.
Or when we saw the
Or it
tree
is
coming
gonna be,
towards
and
us.
That's right,
mean,
the
maybe that's-
tree.
Uh,
That
Yeah.
looked like the Dryad's tree, but wasn't.
That was probably them.
Which brings the question,
is this person
why
fucking
focus
with
on
us?
us?
Is it like a joke thing? Are we the punchline to a really shitty joke?
Or maybe it's directing us somewhere to be the instrument of a joke.
So should we turn around and just not do that? Or...
This archfey is starting to remind me of teenagers.
And we hate teenagers.
I hate teenagers.
I hate people.
That's fair. Kids,
Most
great. I
people are
love
actually
I love
teenagers.
children. Adults who can be respectful in the library, great. Teenagers. Oh, I hate them.
Why
Yeah,
do you
maybe-
love children?
They're cute and they like stories.
Maybe we should try. We should try seeing if we can summon them here and ask them what they want. Get it over with.
Ruzalka said literally do not try to deal with this individual if you can.
When did you speak to Rasulka?
Oh, that was another thing I was going to bring up. I can cast messages of 25 words to anyone I know. I was going to say, if anyone wants me to contact someone in Athenwyn and, you know, get feedback on, you know, on your parents or on the town, that I would do that during our trip.
I think I'm fine. I think I don't need any contact back to Athenwyn. All the things I've seen so far, that woman's still the most terrifying. And I've seen a dragon.
And we have seen a dragon.
But honestly, I didn't think that's a bad idea, because at this point Rasulka might have said, you know, stay away is proper dangerous, but at this point we don't have a chance. Two of us already have some kind of weird contract shit going on now.
So
I don't know, probably I'm going to talk in my sleep and suddenly a voice is going to be in my head, ooh, is that what you want? And I'm going to say yes because I'm confused, and then suddenly I'm going to have freaky face shape.
But also we don't know how
A suggestion.
we also don't know how to talk to them. We don't know how to summon them. All we know is that this person or individual or thing has been following us and listening to us. Why
That's
else?
pretty easy though, isn't it? Can't we just yell into the sky, hey, can't come talk to us? Or something like that, and they're just going to pop up. Guy turns around. Is there somebody there?
Maybe
No.
it is better if we get it all out into
Damn it.
the open. I mean, on the one hand, if Rizalka says don't talk to the Archfey or try to avoid talking to the Archfey, that's probably, I mean, Rizalka knows much more than we do since they themselves understand that nature. On the other hand, maybe it wouldn't hurt to get it all out in the open and have like an open and honest conversation. Although, do Archfey have open and honest conversations? I honestly
I don't think they do. Like,
Doubtful.
these people have been introduced to us as like those people that don't do that.
Yeah, there's that. This is why I want to do more research, so that we are prepared.
I think that's a
I'd
good
love
idea.
to talk to this person on like equal grounds where they can immediately, I don't know, turn me to like, shade tree or something.
I mean, what do we think is the worst that could happen if we do talk to them?
Them turning me into a shade tree or something.
It wiping our memories, killing us, turning us into a dragon. I don't know.
That would be rad.
You're right.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
I'd also hate it, but that would be rad. Especially if one can shapeshift. I'd fucking love to be a dragon.
I mean, you've been a lot of animals, Kai. Maybe you could turn into a dragon.
They could tell Kled where we are.
Right.
Oh, that's a good point. Like, maybe not that.
Yeah, especially with us only having traveled one day, I think we can't outrun a dragon.
No.
Nope. Maybe you can hide from it though.
That's fair.
We'd have to see it coming.
Do the Fae get along with dragons?
Probably not. Both have giant egos.
Yeah, but wouldn't that
So
be
they
a
either
funny
get
joke?
along- Oh, true. So they either get along really well or absolutely not.
Especially for the fact it tells Kled where we are. Ha ha ha! Jokes on us. Kled comes and gets us. We kill Kled accidentally. Ha ha ha! The joke was on Kled. I won both ways.
Also be really boring though, wouldn't it? It's just there's a dragon, go and kill him.
What if he keeps bringing them back, like he brought oh gosh, what was
Dragon
the
or
kid's name?
horse? Oh god.
What was the name of the child you sacrificed your freedom for, Sam?
You know,
Say
all my
something?
patients blend in together.
Then you're not a very good doctor, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Technically not certified.
I mean, that is in fact true.
That
really
would
aren't.
be-
Don't you mean Marin?
Nope, Marin was the one that was dying that I already saved by doing the thing. Ryan.
Fuck.
Rion.
Rian.
I don't want that. That'd be terrible.
Well, there's not much we can do right now, is there?
Oh, guess we'll move on and honestly I really do want to know more about them. Preferably like what keeps them away. But I also don't want to spend my life locked away in a circle of, I don't know, iron or something. Is there like a god we can ring up and say, can you do that for me? Is there like a fake killer god? Because like these mythology people, they kill each other all the time, right?
I looked to Pris.
Kai also looks depressed.
Yes. What do I know about
So
mythology
well be-
people and killing each other? My understanding is they do it all the time, but usually they don't stay dead for very long. That's LD's knowledge
that
of
is a
mythology.
fairly accurate summary, yes. They're either killing each other, screwing each other, killing each other again, coming back, going to the underworld, coming back again, screwing some more,
Mm-hmm.
finding out she was secretly your daughter all along. No, wait, that's too Greek.
It's very Greek.
That's very Greek. Let's try to stick with the Nordic. I'm trying to pepper in here.
Weird.
Then again,
Pat some eyes.
Thor had some pretty fucked up ideas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hang you upside down from a tree and let a crow eat your liver, you know, the usual.
Dress as a woman and get married to a giant to get your hammer back. That sort of thing.
Hey,
Sounds like a euphemism.
no king
Yep.
shaming.
Nope, not at all. Look, totally legitimate way. Yeah. So, I mean, they do kill each other all the time, but they tend not to stay dead for very long. Or when they do come back, it's usually in a different. It's a whole thing. It's
Then they don't kill each other, right? And just
well, I mean, they do. Sometimes it takes a minute for them to come back. Like they are dead, and then or somebody else, or if they're dead, then somebody else takes their place. It's honestly, it depends on what stories you've heard growing up, and it changes from town to town and country to country. It's very complicated, and they're gods. They sort of and mythical beings. They sort of like to obscure the truth of what actually happened to keep mortals like ourselves confused.
Why is every higher being an absolute dick?
Wouldn't you be if you had absolute power?
No, I wouldn't. I would keep away from all of us.
I mean, if they truly cared, they would stay far, far away.
Yeah. No,
Or make things
No,
better.
you're right. What was that?
Or they try to make things better.
The problem being, those who try to make things better how they see fit, and not how is actually better.
Fair.
At least they tried.
For instance, making the world better back at Hauntsville was keeping their son alive at the expense of everyone else. In their mind, they're doing right. But this isn't a
some fucked up shit.
Yeah. I think we should all have a code phrase. In case
For what?
they pretend to be us.
Oh.
What do you think we should have as a phrase?
Does each one of us have an individual one, or do we all have one?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Is it like a call and response thing?
It probably
like
should.
a code word.
Yeah. I'm not good at this. I practiced medicine. I don't.
Can you imitate any birds? No, that's probably a shit idea because they can be birds, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
How about mushroom?
The response? Please no.
I like that. I'm into. Seems right.
All right. Pris. Mushroom.
Please, no.
Doesn't sound very natural, does it?
No.
Isn't that?
But
What
that's
about
the point.
it'll do,
Is it
it'll
supposed
do.
to be not a natural response, right? Is that
I thought we were.
But then
being
they'll
more
know that it's
sneaky
not.
about it.
Yeah. What if we say, mushroom? I had them for dinner.
Oh.
That's something that sounds like it could be in any conversation,
Mhm.
especially with us.
You'd think I'd be better at this, but honestly, I wasn't. Mysteries were not my, what the detectives and things, not my favorite genre.
We just say the name of our town.
What about the name of our group?
What was the name of our group again?
The
Waters of Love and Hope of Athenwyn.
That's a shit name.
Yep. Okay.
well,
Why?
That's
why are
a
we
that's a
Whenever we
Obviously,
group up, it'd be like
begun
wander-
to just not care anymore.
whenever we need to group up, we like Wanderers of Love and Hope of Athenwyn Unite. We all just meet together, and it's
I will literally eat myself before I do that.
It's a call sign.
it's true.
I have not a lot of shame left, but some. I've got some left. And that's too much for me.
well, we should probably keep going. That cat has
Yeah.
been staring
Let's
at me
sit
for
with
a
mushrooms. Oh no, please, or something like that. It's
while. Yeah.
somewhat
We have days to
natural
workshop it.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say
Maybe
if we
that's
do
a,
say
maybe that's a code. Like the one we return on the return. Oh, mushrooms. Oh no, please, we'll workshop it. I've not. Does that work? Like, I have never really like something like that. Chris, does that work?
Well, the thing is, you want it to be a response that most people wouldn't use. And the problem is a lot of people don't like mushrooms. And so if you are like saying mushrooms, like you're offering it to somebody, they might say, oh, please, no. And not necessarily mean it as the code sign, or no, thanks, I had some, or no, I had them for dinner would also be a common response. So you want it to be something that is a little odd and not necessarily a common response to something.
What if we say mushrooms and then the response is we're working on it?
We can make up a name. How about Wallaho?
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 Wallaho.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
How do you get that?
Is it the Wanderers of Love and Hope of Happenwin?
There is.
I'm down.
Yep. Perfect.
I mean, it sounds fine, but I don't get where you suddenly got it from. So, I mean, you're creative. And all
An
that.
avalanche buries all of you.
Oh man, I was gonna be like, jokes on it, I have Fireball, and I was like, wait, no, I don't. Goodbye, third
You
level
can
spell
fire a
slots.
fireball into an avalanche.
It'll melt some of it.
Today's philosophy question. Why does the wizard fire? Okay, sorry.
Because every solution is Fireball when you have it.
That is good.
I think I'll
So
just
our
keep
group name is
walking.
Wallaho, for some reason. That sounds like something you say as a lot when you're attacking. Anyway, and honestly, I forgot what we were talking about
Code names and
because I don't care.
Well-
our group name.
We had started we'd started with the code names because we were afraid that the shapeshifter, who had somehow, for some reason, taken an interest in at least two of our party, might pretend to be one of us and then trick us.
Oh right,
That's why we started on that, because the whole conversation was about Faye and how we don't know enough.
I think that's the longest conversation I've ever had. Period.
That makes me kind of sad.
Mushrooms were working on it. Fucking hell, I'm gonna now. Goodbye.
That was a good talk. Good talk, y'all.
I started walking down the hill.
I
Just
assumed
chugging
you were.
along.
I assumed
thought
at
we were
some point you
walking.
started
Yeah,
walking again, because otherwise this is going to be
I
a
fucking hope
5-day
we were
trip.
walking
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this time.
Yeah,
This
Sam
cost us about 2 days.
Right.
Yeah, if anyone wants me to send
Having
people in
reached no
Athenwen-
conclusions.
We have 2 conclusions. We've got.
it takes us
Asprey
3 episodes to
and
get a
Lynn.
conclusion.
Our conclusion is we don't know what to do yet. Let's go
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
We took about 1.5 hours.
Would Pris want any sending spells sent to her parents?
Oh, that would be nice. I wouldn't, at least while we're maybe not today, but I can always just send them a letter when we get into town.
Sure. That works for me.
Okay. I don't want you to use up all your resources. I mean, we've seen the travels, they get very dangerous, and I can't imagine that a spell like that is easy.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't know enough about spells to know if there's a cost.
Well, maybe I wouldn't want to use it. I wouldn't want you to use it on something silly like messaging my dads, but I appreciate the offer.
No worries. I just figured I would offer.
Thank you. That's really
Chris, do
kind.
you want to message your dads and just not want to do it because you're afraid we're gonna get attacked or something?
No, I do want to. I would love to be able to message them. I do.
Well, do
It
It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, regardless, it has to wait until tomorrow morning, anyways.
Oh, well,
That's something you
tomorrow.
could have said
Yeah,
about the beginning of this conversation.
then yes, that would be wonderful.
Wonderful. If you want to write what I tell them or what have you, it's 25 words.
Oh, okay. I'll come up with something. Keep it nice and short and sweet.
Wonderful. That's all I had.
Okay. Any other... Say this is day one. Any other conversations that are necessary on day one?
Yeah, just one.
Well, that's night one.
What? Well, we wanted to have a conversation with the group. It's just kind of see him walking and just kind of sighing a lot. Just. So I guess, Ava managed to get me back my memories from before the last town, which is good. So I remember everything that happened before. That happened with the dryad and the herpes and
You got your
traveling.
memories back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welby, that's wonderful.
Are you glad about that?
I am, but I just want to know why you all lied to me.
I think I'm gonna ruin this now. Which time? What did we lie about? The mushrooms?
Yeah. I thought we were friends.
Because we
you
didn't
know?
want a cow falling on us, Welby, and you would have probably caused a cow to fall on us. And cows falling, they hurt, man. They really hurt.
But I mean, can you have just talked to me about it instead of lying to me?
I think we tried about half a dozen times.
I mean, I thought I was getting better with not eating the mushrooms.
And then you ate one and lost all your memory.
Yeah.
Right. Though we should have been honest with you.
No, we thought I shouldn't. I'm sorry,
I
also feel bad about it because it wasn't a nice thing to do, but it was absolutely the right thing to do. We didn't have the time, and we needed to protect ourselves from being crossed by cows and exploding into magical sparkles and whatsoever. We're
It's
better
just-
about that kind of stuff now. But at the time, I think it was absolutely the right thing to do. It wasn't a nice thing to do, but it was right.
I guess it seemed easier easier to just not tell you the truth, because the Welby before we set off on the adventure, well, you've always been the same Welby, but you can be a bit impulsive sometimes, and sometimes that can be a bit scary, at least for me, and I know Kai and Sam.
I would say dangerous, but yeah, scary fit.
Dangerous. I mean, and I didn't know. I know I didn't know how you were gonna. I don't maybe I don't know if the Welby who lost before the memories would have listened to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I listen to everyone. It just sometimes things take time, And
Yeah.
I thought I was doing better.
You are doing better.
You're now.
You
and
saved
you
a whole
were
town.
Yeah, you were before you lost your memory, and at that point, I don't know who made the decision, but I know that in the end, just didn't. I wasn't up for doing that whole thing for 2 weeks again, with danger all around and us being possibly murdered by magic mushrooms. Blimey, that's a weird sentence. We probably could have done it, yeah, but I think it was both safer and honestly easier. As I said, it wasn't a nice thing.
No, it wasn't.
And I know I was afraid. I know was afraid of what happens sometimes when the mushrooms are. Sometimes they did nice things, but sometimes they hurt people and they hurt you. And but it wasn't nice. I'm sorry.
I guess I understand. It just still hurts.
I'm sorry that we lied to you, but I'm not sorry that we took away the mushrooms.
No. I am a little sorry that we gave them to Cled because while they seem to enjoy that, well, she seemed to enjoy the mushrooms. I'm a little nervous what happens when something bad happens to her if she eats one. That part's a little too scary. I don't know.
Kai keeps looking at Welby like they want to say something, but in the end don't.
I don't know how many mushrooms Cled has left. I mean, I don't know if they weren't able to make any when they touched the pot, but I was able to.
Then maybe we'll be okay.
So for the best.
I think Welby, you have every right to be upset about us lying to you. That's not what friends do. And it seemed the right thing to do at the time, but not if it hurt your feelings. That wasn't. I promise I won't lie to you again.
I guess I just kind of wish people would talk to me, like really talk to me more. Like, I understood at the town that people were mad at me, but when the times I didn't show up around and do my stuff, I could tell that they were worried when I got back, but they still hid it in their anger, which was fine. But, no one really tried to talk about what happened. They just let it be, I was kind of hoping things would be different now. So, I mean,
I'm gonna be honest here and say I have no idea how to talk to you. I've no idea how to tell you things that they don't seem like something I would not want to say or would want to say and can't, and I'm not saying. Cat? Sam, god damn it. I've no idea how to do it. Because if I say please don't eat any mushrooms anymore and something arrives at you like please don't eat mushrooms while I'm looking at you. That's not what I'm trying to say, but it just seems to keep happening. So I've just mostly hoped Chris could talk to you in a way that I can't, because I haven't figured it out yet.
I know, but I've been trying to do a better job at listening and not being as impulsive too. But I still slip up every now and then.
Well, the important thing is that we're all a team. And we don't have anyone else here on the road except for each other. So maybe if one of us has trouble understanding, we should say something that we don't understand so that we're all on the same page.
You know, I think you bring up a really good point, Welby. You're right. Like, nobody back in Affenwin actually, they just got mad at you and they would just send you away or sort of tolerate you. I can't imagine what that, I mean,
It was fine, I guess. I could tell they still cared.
well, I care and I'm glad you said something, because sometimes I feel like I did the same thing because that's what my dad's did and that's how it was brought up. But I'm happy to change how we all talk. I think being honest with each other is good. I mean, we should all try to be more honest with each other, since you're right, Sam. This is all we have is each other right now.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. And I want to try it, but I want to know that when I say something, it's not gonna be twisted in a way that I don't want it to. I fucking don't know words. I don't know how that works. So if somebody's going and twisting them all around, that's almost as bad as lying, I think. Because I can't do anything about it. And in the end, they're gonna say, "Oh, you said that," and I didn't.
Maybe we could help with that. Like, if you need help phrasing something, maybe we could help you come up with what to say.
It's not a bad idea.
Does anyone else have anything we need to talk about? Since we're having a group discussion.
No, I'm just happy we're having them.
Likewise. And I'll get that tiara off of you tomorrow. If that's what you want.
No, I mean, kind of gotten used to the wings and the hair. As long as it doesn't take those away.
I do love the wings and the hair. It goes
Would
with the pink
I-
armor really well.
Would I know if it will take the wings and the hair away if I remove curse?
Yeah, you're pretty sure the wings and the hair go with the crown.
Just
It's
got
as much
for
as
that.
we just bought art for that. No, but Eva indicated the same.
If I take it off, you will lose the wings and the hair, Welby. Do you want to have a few days to think about it? Maybe after we get through the snow? It's probably easier to fly over the snow then.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
All right. Well, that was a wonderful discussion. I'm glad we had it. Let's try to be better tomorrow.
And with that bond-affirming sign-off
One-
for Sam,
One more thing.
the same day, the same conversation.
A beat of silence later,
Mm-hmm.
Kai, still in wolf form, turns around to Welby and just looks at him quizzically. You know I'm a werewolf, right?
I know you turn into animals.
No, werewolf. Proper full moon Howland beast thing werewolf. I just figured, because we were openly talking about it, and I don't think I ever told you.
Is that different? Do you turn into different animals during a full moon?
It's easier, for one thing. Also, it's not mine, so...
How's it not yours?
Oh god, I've angered
Please mute
God.
yourself until this is fixed. I've muted
Well, he
Welby
turns around
until
and
that's
communicates
just
in
my
dubstep.
ears and the headphones and the...
Oh god.
Ow.
Oof.
Cold dubstep comes out
that-
of Welby's mouth.
Is that any better?
Yes, we
Yes,
actually
much.
hear words and not
I
ear-splitting
can hear you
noises.
better than before,
Sorry.
actually.
It is actually better than before.
But my cat messed with my connections.
Sure,
I
blame
figured
the
as
cat.
much.
Eat the cat! Eat the cat!
I mean, we saw a tail and then everything went to shit, so we kind of figured.
Look at it, so innocent, it can't be.
But you were saying before you were cat-erupted.
Right. Do you turn to other animals when that happens, or just the wolf?
Just the wolf.
Do you like being a werewolf?
No. It makes me want to eat people. And it fucks with my body. Which is not something I like. I think you maybe I've noticed. The only one who's allowed to fuck with my body is myself. I mean, what? You know what I mean?
No.
Blushing wolves. It's my new poem.
Is that why we're headed out? Are we trying to fix it?
Yeah, that's what we're. I mean, that's why I'm going. We kind of got sidetracked a lot, a whole lot, but that's basically where we're going.
Why didn't you ask Ava if she could do something about it? She seemed pretty powerful.
I mean, she wouldn't have been able to do anything about it, right? She's a snow ghost. Why would she be able to do snow ghost, non-snow ghost things?
Never hurts to ask.
I mean, what if she tried something and it's gone fucked up somewhere? I'm just going to go to somebody who actually knows what they're doing and end this.
Well, maybe we should hurry. I'm trying to get the werewolf issue fixed.
Yeah. Alright, let's get going.
Walking and talking. Anything else during this first exciting day? All right. Camp at night. Would the person who messaged me earlier please roll a stealth check?
Sure.
Are we having a yes player? From the bushes there shoots out a crossbow bolt.
Now there are two Welbies, and they switch out with each other.
They just want their parents to get back together.
The Welby trap.
That's an 18.
An 18. I think that beats everybody's passive perceptions. So yes, you can sneak away from camp.
Right, so I'm gonna walk over into the woods, book in hand, and just be like, Mr. Blue Tongue, are you around? Are you there? I need to speak to you.
Oh, Welby. For you, I'm always around.
Oh. Hi. Can I ask a request of you?
Of course. No promise it will be fulfilled.
Do you think you can just leave my friends alone?
Oh, you're getting good. You are getting good. Oh, I did not see that one coming. Whew, that was funny. No, obviously.
Why not?
I've been watching you for quite a while. And I've been watching you and your friends for a very short amount of time. But in that short amount of time, you have all been wildly entertaining. I mean, banshees, dead children I get to turn into tieflings in exchange for unspecified favors, a red dragon. Oh, delightful. I mean, that one time when you were in the quarry and you showed them that cherry tree that was coming to murder them. Oh, so good.
It's just a small prank.
Oh, no, it was amazing. It was much appreciated. The wild panic, the tactical errors it led to. Oh, so charming. You can go far, Welby.
Can I make a different deal with you then?
What kind of different deal?
If you leave them alone, you can do whatever you need, whatever you're trying to do with me instead. And I'll double whatever it is you're trying to do.
But Welby, you're already mine. I mean, Sam made a deal on his own. I can't possibly leave him be. Think of my reputation. I mean, not that I want to, but think of my reputation.
I don't know your reputation.
Exactly.
So you can do it then.
Welby, I can do anything I want to.
Oh, so
And I don't want to leave your friends alone.
Oh, why not?
Again, I thought you were improving, but you're getting repetitive. Your friends are hilarious. I mean, the elk. Ugh. Golden.
No.
You're my current favorites. Nothing to do about it.
Can I at least ask you not to hurt them?
Oh, I don't think I've really hurt them yet. That's boring. I mean, some actions and choices may have led to people being hurt, but none of those were any of my direct doing. I'm not that crass.
I guess just one more thing. Can I read the thing that I signed?
You know what, Welby? I don't see why not. And he hands you a roll of parchment that is just feet of text. It's very small writing. You don't remember it being this long when you saw it the first time. But at the bottom is your signature. If you want to sit and read this whole thing, it's going to take you several hours. And it's like in Fey doublespeak legal jargon.
Mm-hmm. Is it all just like kind of thing that loops around and...
Yep. You do get the gist of it. That you probably should have read this before you signed it, because you're promising a fair amount of servitude in exchange for these magic beans, and forfeiting, well, most of your soul for the warlock powers. No take-backsies, basically.
Are there any clauses in there?
Yes, all of them protect the Archfey.
Nothing that I could use.
Not that you can see right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an actual lawyer or fey creature might be able to help you with this? While you're reading, Bluetongue is entertaining himself by making snow dolls that look like your party members, but with weird extra features.
Is there a way that I can make a copy of this or hold on to this one?
Oh, that one's already a copy. I'd never give you the original. That would be ridiculous.
No. So I can keep this?
Sure.
Okay. Just try not to hurt my friends.
Oh, again, Welby, I wouldn't hurt your friends. I'd get someone else to do it. We've been over this.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
It really isn't. Oh, I thought you were coming so far, and now you're just backsliding in the same conversation. Anyway, good talk. Gotta run. Have to go mess with the Rose Court. Ta-ta! And he's gone, leaving behind a collection of incredibly rude snow figures.
Yeah, I guess I'll just walk back to camp. Try to finish reading this at some point.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a long time. If you want to read the whole thing now, you're not getting a full rest.
See, I'll save it for later.
Okay. You go back to sleep. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, we'll just use our storytelling magic and say the following morning. and or night and or day, depending on how many exciting things you want to do.
I cast sending to the dads. Quote
The
unquote.
dads.
The dads.
The dads. Who are
Hi,
not as
dads.
manly as we make them sound.
Yeah, Pris, do you want to say it in your voice? I mean, it's me sending it, but I think it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can you lip sync it?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Hold on. Where did I write that? Okay. Oh,
Above everyone going yet when I said I had on her
Okay.
Wellby's friends.
I know.
I'm ready.
okay. Hi, dads. I hope you are well. We are fine. We've met a lot of interesting people. I love you both.
I'll add. You can reply.
Oh. Did I have enough words for that?
I
wasn't
was
sure.
Yeah,
about
you
to
did,
say, because I was about to start with I think I just heard Chris's voice in my head. Who is speaking to me right
Would
now?
they hear Sam's voice in their head?
They
Oh,
would
no.
hear Sam's voice.
Yeah.
They did hear
Hey,
Sam.
dads.
It was just so convincing.
Is that
Hey, dads. Wait, what?
Secret ventriloquist?
Sweetie, you sound a lot like Sam, but good to hear from you. It said we could reply, so I hope you're getting this. Good to know you're well. Love from both of us. We're quite done. One day you should start telling people 25 words.
I didn't have enough words.
Never.
Never. Then I would have to get rid of the. You can reply to this message. I will convey that to Pris.
Oh, see, letters are I can get a lot more information in letters, so I will probably write them when we get to a town where I can mail it. But that's nice. That at least lets them know we're still okay.
Mm-hmm. That's all I have planned for the day.
Okay.
Is just
Imagine one day you get a message that's end with you have 25 words left.
period.
Yeah. I don't want to do anything big. I just want to emphasize that Kai is now more or less the entire time in wolf form, like also when sleeping and so on and so forth. So I don't know if you need me to make some whiz saves or something.
Eventually, yes. For now, though, I think we're going to start by going to our break, which you took a little later because there was a lot of role playing and we started late. So let's get what time is it? Yeah, let's get 10 minutes.
Sure.
Be back here. Yep. All right. See everybody soon.
For once, not a cliffhanger.
Oh,
Isn't that weird?
All right.
Welcome to our Patreon.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins, or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you're pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you're pandemonium.
hello everyone, welcome back. We were not at all clearing our captioners from things that shouldn't be said in polite company. We are still playing Uncaged, our 5th edition D&D game. The party had some heart-to-hearts with each other, and then Welby had one with his patron. And it went really well, because, you know, he's still a halfling warlock, which is really all you can ask for in these circumstances. You were waking up the following morning. It was a lovely day. It is horrendously cold. Again, still, whatever. What are you doing? What do you want to do? Is there anything you want to do? We're just going to hang here for a day? I mean, it's allowed.
I want to cast a spell.
Is it sending?
Yeah. Never
Is it
should have let
fireball?
me have this spell. I want to talk to my mom.
I gave you this spell because I thought it was going to be amazing, and so far I've been right.
So I'll wake up early in the morning, like usual. Look at the sun, do my stretches. Say today's gonna be a good day.
14 soul salutations.
Evan, yeah, without anyone being able to listen, that I'm gonna say today's gonna be a good day. And I'll cast sending to my mom. Hi, Mom. It's been a while. I hope you and the family have been well. I miss you all. And I have magic now. Very weird, right? And that's my 25 words.
I know you sent it to me about a year ago, but I forgot I know your mom was a wizard, but I forgot what your relationship was like exactly.
Oh, let me pull it up. I think Sam wasn't
He wasn't like your favorite because, you
well,
know...
I think Sam wasn't her favorite because Sam's a letdown because he just wanted to practice medicine and didn't know magic or anything of value.
It was like non-magic healer moving away from the family to live in fucking Affenwin.
Yep.
Like, it was barely on the map, and that's where you're gonna go. Okay.
Yeah, and I haven't seen her in 2 summers.
Yeah, I remember that much. Dear Sam, very happy to hear your studies in the realm of magic have finally paid off. I'm counting. This is hard. I want more than 25 words. You sound different. You sound different. Hope all goes well. And then she'll send another sending. Everyone else says hi as well. Hang on, I have to go deal with the dogs.
Right. Oh, Sam just waits patiently.
Yeah, right. Dealt with. What school of magic is your favorite?
Well, I didn't learn it. I woke up one day able to throw fire and stuff. I just look at the sun and it happens.
Oh, a spontaneous caster. How very interesting. I do hope this doesn't mean you're dropping all of your studies. Knowledge is always important. That's one word. It fits.
I'm an adventurer now, Mom. Why do I need to study medicine when I can instantaneously heal people that are sick? Ha! Years wasted. Shrug.
It doesn't just have to be medicine. We've been over this. Knowledge for knowledge's sake is a worthwhile pursuit.
Man, how many spell slots does my mom have?
I mean, more than you do.
That's fair.
Also, half of these are responses.
That's fair. I learned red dragons are terrifying. Lived through that. Also, may have accidentally made a pact, a agreement with a archfey. Didn't know screaming out loud counted as a contract.
See,
Love you,
that
bye.
is why knowledge is important.
Okay, well, Mother doesn't get another response because I'm out of spell slots.
See, that is why knowledge is important. It sounds like your life is very interesting and dangerous. Please take care. Come see us. Love.
Was that her sending me? Or me sending
No,
her?
that was her response to your
Okay.
last sending.
Okay. Well, she can't get a response, so she'll have to wait. Then I will go about my day just doing the regulars.
Fair enough. I think some of you might have woken up towards the more shouty end of those last two sending spells.
There's a wolf peeking out of the tent. Do you need something?
No. I'm good. You can go back to bed. I was just talking to myself, you know.
You're not, but fine.
Sam, why are you yelling?
I yell at the sun now.
Insight
Don't need-
check.
Yeah, do I need an insight check for that?
I'll
All right.
roll a deception if you want a disadvantage.
Insight and deception.
All right, do you want
I'm
a
pretty sure
disadvantage?
Sam wouldn't call
I know,
himself
what at a
mum.
disadvantage because Sam, they've been traveling with you for a long time now. And some of them have been watching you closely.
That's fair. Well, my deception is a +0, so that's an 8.
That's very loud. That's a 9. So
Oh God.
I was so close.
I also have a 9. I'm very wise.
look, that's a low roll for Pris, but it's early in the morning.
That's fair.
Fair.
Well, we
I
don't
still
need to
maintain
roll.
my point that Sam wouldn't call himself mum.
Yeah. No, that's probably the giveaway.
Probably.
Also, you just sent a message to my dad's. Who were you talking to?
I was talking to my mom.
She's a wizard, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the first time I've talked to her in about 2 years.
Really? I can't
Well,
imagine not talking to my dad's in 2 years.
Well, she's an elf. My dad's a human. My dad cares more about time. She doesn't really feel the effects. And my dad can't cast spells.
Well, now you can
Sure.
cast spells too. She must be so happy. Although you were yelling, so I'm guessing that probably wasn't the case.
Yeah, her responses were pretty much, well, that sounds like it's your own fault. You should have known better. Love, Mom.
Well, that's not nice. I feel like parents should be more supportive.
I should. And you're sure you're fine?
Yeah, yeah. I am fine. I'm ready to get to the next town and do some real adventuring.
So as you're saying that, you, especially Chris and Kai, you can look past Sam. I'm a little up on a ledge, currently being bathed in the light of the rising sun, are four snow figures that look a lot like you, only, yeah, they're a little rude. Like, Pris has very exaggerated features. Kai's back half is an elk and his tongue is hanging out. Or at least the snowman's tongue is hanging out. Sam has a very well crafted facial expression of just absolute utter blankness, while it's looking devoted up at said elk. And Welby is just. Actually, Welby looks pretty normal for Welby.
I think we had a visit. A very rude visit.
Sounds about right.
I do not look like that.
Do I look like my back
Do
half
I
is an
look like
elk?
that?
You don't look like that.
Not at all.
No.
See, told you, teenagers.
Actually,
mean,
that
not-
fits pretty well right now. Yeah.
I know!
I mean, that's basically a prank.
What is teenage in Fae years?
Good question. Pris would go up to the snow person figure that looks like her and try and
Yeah, it's like
knock off
there's
the horns.
there's two of the hooves are on the floor, but or on the ground, but most of the weight is being supported by this ridiculously dragon-sized tail that's leaning on the ground. There's just a lot of like Pris is. Once you get closer, you notice that your snow figure is wearing one of those very typical smut cover bodices that is partly ripped open in strategic places, and like she's wearing one of those barmaid skirts that's suggestively hiked up.
I mean, for a prank, that's really skilled. Gotta give it to him. Just imagine spending your time with that shit. It's like the same way that people.
I mean, he had a lot of time while Welby was reading.
The thing is, he also had to perfect his craft. It's like the same thing that it's the same respect that I have for people who learn to, I don't know, whistle entire concerts. Yes, it's impressive, but why? Why did you? I don't know. Let's go. I also probably packed attendant.
Pris, do you still want to destroy the beautifully crafted Pris bouquet novel cover snow person?
You know what? No, I don't. Because if I destroy it, then he will think that he's gotten to me, and he hasn't. I will leave it.
Alrighty. Snow people behind you, you break up camp, and you travel onward. Anything?
Can Moby do a little sketch of it in his book?
Yes.
Cool.
Do I need to know what you're sketching?
The snowman?
Accurate representations of the snow people?
As accurate as well we can do it.
Perfect. That is amazing. Alright. If there are no other pressing issues between you and the next town, we are once again going to employ the magic of storytelling and move on ahead. Yes, I'm not going to play harp music because I feel like it's an overused trope. But I
Instead,
will
have some
give...
heavy metal.
Oh, tempted. Tempted. But I will give your characters a moment because I think most of you have not seen the actual ocean before. So it's pretty late on the third day, like sun setting, that you can make it up the final pass.
I know this is not the point of the scene, but is that the full moon day?
Tis.
Fuck.
It really is. But first, as the sun is setting, before the moon comes out, you crest the final pass that leads you, after this, you'll lead down into just fairly nice looking, probably used to be woods, but it's now mainly farmlands. It's very cultivated. And if your eyes travel a little further on the horizon, you see nothing but water.
What do you need that much water for?
I don't know if oceans ever come up in Willoughby storybooks. Like, this is probably like the biggest lake ever.
That's a lot of water.
It is. I feel like it looks like something I've only dreamed about. Maybe I'm trying to... I can't remember. But I feel like I've been, maybe not here, but I've seen this before. A long time ago.
Where?
Well, I mean, when I was when I was very little, I would travel with my mom and my dad, not my dad's, but my real parents. And I feel like maybe we went here once. I don't know, I was so little, it would have been so long ago. But I remember tasting salt. It's so pretty.
Do you remember your parents?
I do. Yeah. I was... Oh, I don't know. I don't have a lot of memories of them, but I remember... I have a few still.
Maybe we
It's one of
can-
those things you people write songs about, you artsy people.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna write a song about it?
I've never tried writing a song before. My dad wrote songs all the time, and he and my mother used to play them together. I've never tried.
I mean, we know you're good with songs and singing, so why not try?
It might take me some time, but I think
All
I'd
the
like
good
to.
things take time. I think.
Okay. I like that idea. And Press will just stare at the water for a little while.
I will point
Will
out the
we-
sun continues to set as you do this.
Will we reach the water before the moon rises? Also, how is Kai feeling right now or looking?
You
Very
won't make
human.
it.
We won't make it to the water.
No. The water is about another day away.
Oh, okay.
You can only see it because you're like cresting a
Mm-hmm.
considerable mountain. Like you have to go down a mountain,
Very
through
cinematic.
the fields, through suburbia, into the town proper, and then you're on the waterfront.
That's fair. Do I know anything about lycanthropy from my 2 years of studying medicine?
You know that if you can do it before the person first transform into a werewolf, you can get rid of it with remove curse.
Has Kai transformed before?
Yes.
Oh.
Both forced and well,
Well, I will try and cast remove curse anyways.
Oh, which reminds me, Welby, I believe your flower crown is gone from day 2.
Well, I don't think Welby ever.
Oh, he was still Welby was still thinking about it because of the hair and the wings. My bad.
But I will cast remove curse on Kai.
Were you carrying any cursed objects? Because you'll lose one of those. Or
I wasn't. But do you communicate this in any way, or do you just slap it on there like a band-aid?
No. Get better. Character arc.
slap him across the face.
No, Sam, I would approach Kai. Kai, how are seeing like the sunset? How are you feeling tonight?
I would like to say fucking terrible, but I can hear your heartbeat and I can smell you coming.
Do you want
Really good.
me? Do you want me to try casting a spell to help?
You can do that?
Well, I don't know. If I had cast it before we were in the bog, maybe I couldn't have done it to begin with. Maybe that one didn't count.
I mean, so it doesn't work.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I thought I had it under control mostly, but you've no idea how this is. It's fucking beautiful, is it? That scares me.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's how I feel with magic. You suddenly have the ability to do more, easier, faster, you're stronger. Sometimes it feels like an addiction.
It's not the part I'm talking about. The part I'm talking about is the part that I want to hurt people and things. That's the part that really bothers me. Because I know I don't want that. Something else that wants that, and it wants to make me hurt other people, and I want to not do that. So we're having a bit of an argument.
Then how can I help you not hurt other people?
If you see me going full flesh flipping murder machine, go crazy, go absolutely crazy, lob spells at me, go fucking completely bananas with everything you've got, and just wipe me out.
I don't know if I can do that. What if I kill you?
I mean, what if I kill you?
I won't let that happen.
Then don't.
I will give Kai a really big hug if allowed.
Kai will hug back. And cast guidance.
On who? You or me? Because I also will cast
On
guidance.
you! Double guidance!
Double guidance. I will guidance Kai. And oh gosh, part of me wants to be like, and remove curse while I'm touching them. But also, I'll whisper to Kai, do you want me to try?
Not yet. If it doesn't work while I'm transformed, or when I've once transformed, it doesn't work anyway. If it works after, I want to see this through.
All right.
Unless you think you can't keep me in check.
Let me look at my spell slots real quick. What spells do I have today? Okay. I can try. Do you want to start going the other way now, so that when you transform there's distance between? Or do you...
Could you see me coming through the woods?
Do I have dark vision? I do have dark vision. I can see you when you get about 60 feet away.
Even if I try not to be seen?
I don't know.
Do you want to risk it?
I'll be there right next to you when you transform. You won't have to worry about sneaking up. You're not alone.
Fine. Alright.
Alright.
I don't want Pris or Welby anywhere where I can hurt them.
Alright.
Because I know they wouldn't try to honestly stop me.
No, they wouldn't.
Well, we would probably try to talk to me or something.
He'd probably try to pet you, and then you'll probably do worse than bite his hand.
I might bite him. Looking at the horizon and the moon, I presume slowly, dreadfully, dramatically appropriately, creeping. I shall then say, alright, let's see this.
Alright.
You can already see the moon. It is a very clear night. The sun hasn't touched the horizon yet. So I gather Sam and Kai are moving away from Pris and Welby together.
Comment actually almost inappropriately jovially kind of leap and jump through the woods. I think they're a bit quicker than Sam, but not leave Sam behind. There's a lot of unused energy there.
Yes. Although,
Let's use it.
I will say your skin is starting to feel just a little bit tight and a little bit itchy. Pris and Welby, Kai goes leaping through the woods after a long talk with Sam, and Sam is following.
Sam?
Don't worry, I'll be right back.
Should we follow?
Take care of them?
You know I will.
I think if we were supposed to go with them, they would have asked us.
Where do you think they're going?
I sort of look up at the moon. Well, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's better for all of us if we stay away from Kai for a bit. At least until this passes.
Oh, is this the werewolf thing?
Yeah. This is the werewolf thing.
Maybe we can try and find a way to help.
What's your idea? The research that I've done, the only way that I know how to help was to get someone more powerful to help, and we got so bogged down by time.
Maybe there's someone more powerful in this town.
Should we keep going then? See who we can find?
I mean, we just got here. May as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Casual reminder, town is about 8 hours walk away.
Ah, dang it. I thought so. Well, we could... I mean... I hate to leave Sam alone with Kai, but also... Sam's the one who's most likely to be able to help right now.
I mean, if they don't want us to follow, there's not much we can do.
Right. Well, and, you know, maybe if they end up okay, Kai's pretty fast, so they could always catch up with us.
Yeah, they can always ride the wolves.
That's true, the wolves. That was fun.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sun finishes setting. Kai, you're in the middle of these woods. Everything around you is just a little louder and sounds just a little clearer and smells just a little better. If you look up, you see an entirely full moon. Your skin feels ready to burst. What does it look like now that you're transforming?
Absolutely effortless. It's not even the transition that usually happens, which is like about Wild Shape but less bone-crunchingly horror movie. This is just a blink. And there stands the wolf with its grey mottled fur, its sharp teeth, and a beating heart.
Around you are a lot of living things, but the clearest, the brightest is the blood rushing through Sam's veins. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
You dick, I love you.
Oh, well played.
It's gonna be a fun session next week.
Yeah, I've got my backup character there, a werewolf named Sam.
I mean, I honestly couldn't wait for Welby to come along and get lycanthrope Welby.
Oh no.
All right, let's quickly shout out our warm fuzzies who actually allow us to play this game every week on a nice stream channel with fancy art and everything.
Thank you, warm fuzzies.
Thank you, warm fuzzies.
Who are you? Who are they?
Let's do it in reverse alphabetical order. There's actually
What?
Yeah, we're gonna start with the
Ava
letter.
and Nick are.
We're gonna start with the letter S for Strix.
Strix! Hey, Strix is new!
Strix
Yes.
is new. Welcome, Strix.
Welcome, Strix!
Welcome.
Not new, but still appreciated. Sev.
Sev. We love some Sev.
Rico, of course.
Rico.
L Street Gaming.
Hey, L Street, we
love
love some L. Hearts to L.
Oh, I forgot which way I picked last week. I think I said Deborah. So let's say Deborah this time, because then I'll be
Deborah
right
last week.
50% of the time.
Deborah.
Deborah.
Why are names so hard? I'm pretty sure this one's Christine, though.
Christine.
No, I'm wrong. Christina.
Christina.
And last but not least, the OG Bill Chavez.
Bill Chavez.
The OG, O for A,
All right. Those are our warm fuzzies on Patreon. There's a link in chat if you want to go there and get more. Get more.
Also, I should say it's been a minute, but the Lore Master ones, even if you can't do warm fuzzies, are so good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go around and have people do their sign-offs. Who are you? Where can they find you? What other shit are you pulling online? What was your favorite moment today? Let's start with Lady Dame.
Hi, that's me. I'm Lady Dame. You can find me pretty much everywhere that's important on the internet at the Lady Dame. That includes Twitch and Twitter. Obviously, I'm here on Wednesdays with Uncaged. I am also, I'm a variety streamer on my own channel. If you like a late night variety streamer, I should mention. If you like bedtime stories, I read classic stories. I also play chill indie games, and on Saturdays I do Smutty Saturdays, where I am joined by guests and we read terrible, horrible, no good, very bad smut, and it's delightful and ridiculous. I am also running a charity one-shot on my own channel at the end of this month. We are doing a one-shot of Good Society. I just announced the cast. We've got some fun incentives and giveaways there. It's going to be at I can't remember if I said, I think it's noon Pacific. I have to double check. It might be 11, but that should be super, super fun. I'm also in a podcast called Of Black Glass, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse actual play podcast. The second episode just dropped this past Sunday. It's real good. It's really good. It's just a great time. Anyway, I think that's it. I have some other stuff coming up, but follow me on Twitter because I can't remember when any of it is. And yeah, my favorite part of the session was definitely that last conversation between Kai and Sam, which was beautiful and wonderful and heartbreaking and absolutely magical. Yep. Loved it. Here for it.
Speaking of, Swapper.
Hello, I'm Swapper, I presume, and fuck you, Anik. That cliffhanger was so well done. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter under @GreatSimplicity, as well as, of course, every Wednesday here, as well as every second and fourth Wednesday on Eva Serit's channel, where I'm GMing a D&D 5e urban campaign called City of Shadows. Well, we have a bunch of cliffhangers. My favorite moment of the session, despite the last moments being really good, they've already been mentioned. I loved the conversation that the party had, I think, at the beginning, where the four bumblefucks finally sat down and said, look, we've got a problem. Let's do something about it. Let's convey our feelings. Terrible talking about our feelings, really. Anyway, that's it from me, I think.
Speaking of feelings, Graham.
I've got zero feelings, but my name is Graham. You can find me on my own Twitch channel every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, playing in the Goldshine Investigations at Twitch TV Graham Crackers, that's with AZ, where I play Kaharis Nerthos, a paladin Oath of Conquest, who just barely beat a supervillain that got supernatural magic powers to be able to use their voice to change reality. And we beat him without taking any points of damage. But you can find me every other Saturday on Polished Cryptids channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, where I play Mavrin, a former pirate tiefling. Yes, I have a type. That is a storm sorcerer / warlock of the tentacle god thing that lives beneath the waves. Outside of that, you can find me on the 30th on Eva Sariad's channel, where I will be playing in some spooky space games alongside the wonderful Anik and several other people. Outside of that, you can find me every Wednesday here playing Samander. Gosh, I feel like I'm forgetting one, but it'll come to me when it comes to me. But my favorite part was Welby talking to his patron. It was a delightful scene, and I liked the growth Welby had to read the contract. Oh, it was just so sweet. So nice. Welby's the Dark Knight we don't deserve.
Speaking of, Wild Engineer.
Yes, hello, I'm Wild Engineer at Wild Engineer on Twitch and Twitter.
You're muted. Muted!
I'm only muted on Zoom. So, oops. Yes, so aside from catching me here on Wednesdays, you can also catch the podcast I was on. Their second episode just released, I think the second and final episode of our on Powered by the Players, our game of Dino Escape from Dino Island, where my quote-unquote paleontologist has their comeuppance. And in a month's time, you could find me on the rebranded, what is it? Welcome, oh no, it's, arc. Anyways, you can catch me on Weave the Tale on a new Fate of Cthulhu show starting in February. So that should be fun. Yeah, so right now, those are where you can find me.
Favorite part of the episode?
Oh yes, favorite part of the episode. The crude snowman.
It's the ripped bodice. It gets everybody. Sorry, strategically ripped bodice. God, I think that actually brings us to me with a fairly okay segue. My name is Anik. You can find me on Twitter at Anikster. I play everybody these guys don't play at today. You can find me, as mentioned earlier, the 30th on a spooky spaceship on Eva Sarach's channel as a player instead of a DM. Then again, I'm also DMing on Eva Sarach's channel the 24th and the 31st of January as I'm running some more people through 10 Candles, this time in an abandoned post-apocalyptic theme park. Other than that, I think most things I'm doing don't have official dates yet or are still recruiting players, so stay tuned. There's a Ryutama one-shot coming on Mare's channel in March, and my face is going to be pretty much all over Graham's channel in April, I'm pretty sure. I'll be DMing 4 or 5 or maybe 6 games depending on life, the universe, and everything, and none of them are going to be D&D because, you know, there's other stuff out there. My favorite part, man, I can't say it because it's already been picked, but I really enjoyed my own snowman. No, I'm just happy the group had a good talk. Like, it was nice. Especially Kai at the very, very end going, wait, probably should mention to Elby I'm a werewolf. Because, so, like, literally the only person who didn't know yet, and everyone just happily assumed that they know it. Maybe we should mention this to Welby. It was a good choice. I like it. So, speaking of werewolves, find out what happens with our werewolf and our cleric next week. Hopefully a little less late, because hopefully the internet will behave. And we'll be back here and everything. I'm sure it will be fine. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? And after everything's fine, they'll go on to Wavecrest, and we'll see what happens there. So join us again in about 7 days. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets, and be good at least to yourself, if not to anyone else.
Remember, don't make a pact with any fae that you meet.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe one or two. I said one small pact.
I'll make a pact with Anik anytime.
Oh, I keep hearing it as pact.